They were sitting on the floor when I opened the door, all three of them. Liam clutched his backpack like a parachute. Nora had tears crusted on her cheeks. Little Max just stared at my shoes like they might vanish if he blinked. There was a note taped to Max's coat. One line. Need to find myself in Europe. Back in 2 weeks. Mel. 2 weeks. That was 5 months ago. I made spaghetti for dinner that night. Burned the sauce. Told them it was smoky on purpose. Told them it was an adventure. They smiled through it. They always do. But when I turned on the kitchen faucet and stared into the drain, I felt something shift, a crack in the noise, a hollow thud behind the ribs, the sound of something being buried. She used to say I never supported her dreams, never asked how she felt. I asked. She just hated my answers. When the 3rd week passed, I called, straight to voicemail. Then a photo surfaced on Nora's iPad. Her mother, in Paris, wine in hand, kissing a man I'd never seen before, his hand on her thigh like he owned her. The kids didn't understand, not fully. They just kept asking when Mommy would finish her vacation. I told them soon, but something in my gut began scratching. She wasn't on vacation. She was erasing us and writing herself into someone else's life, with someone else's money. That's when I checked the joint account. Empty. I moved through the days with surgical focus. Work, school drop-offs, diapers, bedtime stories I barely remembered reading, toys on the floor, bills stacked on the counter. But behind it all, a file began to grow. Plane tickets, credit card statements rerouted to a burner email, an Airbnb in Montmartre under her maiden name. Then, the calls, from a Paris number, blocked, late, sometimes silence, sometimes laughter before the line cut. I recorded everything. One night, Max crawled into my bed and whispered, "Mom forgot my birthday." I held him until he slept, and that night, something in me hardened. The part that used to ache began calculating. The next morning, I called my lawyer, then a private investigator, then someone else, a specialist. She left her children, her home, her name. So I made sure she wouldn't come back to any of it. The PI found them within 4 days. Penthouse, Paris, paid in crypto through a Swiss account she opened 3 months before she left. She'd planned it. The note was just the final nail. The boyfriend? A hedge fund heir. Young, reckless, disposable. I sent the PI to take photos, not for court, for me, so I could see it, so I could know what kind of woman could leave 3 children on a hardwood floor without looking back. Then came the lawyer's call. Her new boyfriend was just indicted in France. Financial fraud. Massive case. He's being deported. I didn't speak. She'll be named, possibly an accomplice, and, he paused, she wants to return. She's asked about shared custody. I hung up without a word. The next morning, I delivered a package to her lawyer. Inside were full custody papers, and the photos, all of them, labeled, time-stamped. She called me herself this time. I let it ring 6 times, then answered. "You don't understand," she said breathlessly. "It wasn't supposed to be like this. He promised." "Don't say the children's names." Silence. I waited. Then added calmly, "You lost them the moment you walked away. The rest was just paperwork." "You can't do this. I'm their mother." "No," I said. "You were their mother. Now you're just a memory I won't fight." She broke. Said something about postpartum, about pressure, about needing space. I didn't respond. I just let her hear the sound of her own absence. Then I hung up. Tonight I read Max his favorite book. Nora brushed her own teeth without asking. Liam asked if I could come to his school play. I said I wouldn't miss it. The house is still cluttered, still loud, but the echo of her is gone. I didn't destroy her. She did that herself. All I did was build a world where she's no longer needed. And when she tries to crawl back in, she'll find the door locked, the key melted. Some people leave to find themselves. Others never existed to begin with.